Hey man, welcome back to another video. So for today, I wanted to talk about just like random topics that I've thought about ever since I haven't posted. And like the first topic I wanted to talk about was like letters. So I feel like the lowercase letters D and B are really funny to look at because it's like, I don't know, I feel like when I look at them, like I see like a man that's like really fat having their stomach hanging out. Like like I guess that's not really funny, but to me it is. Like if I think about it and use my creativity, I can see how it's funny. At least, I don't know. It's just really weird. I also think that like the lowercase letter A reminds me of like someone with a neck hump. And like their stomach hanging out, you know. I had been talking to someone at the time when I was talking about this, and he said that he didn't like the letter Z because he said that the letter Z was like useless and was also asking when does someone use that letter, and also saying the letter Q was also like the letter Z, where like it only has two good words. He had proceeded to say that Q needed to be itself, and it's either like a fake P or a fake O. My point is he is just being a hater because I think Q and Z are cool letters. Dude, I'm also not gonna lie. I always think about like what animal I'm gonna get when I'm gonna die. Like, cause you know how they talk about like, oh, like when you die you'll become like a certain animal or whatever. And I always wonder like what animal I'm gonna be like when I die. Like I hope I'm like a bunny or like a stray cat that just walks around and like chooses people to pet or whatever. But I think that'd be like a cool thing to know. Cause I know like some people are like, oh, you should go check to see what your spirit animal is. And I'm like, girl, it's not that serious. I feel like I don't like asking questions to people that would probably have the answer, because I feel like they would give the answer and then I just wouldn't be able to question the question anymore. I don't know if that makes sense. Like I feel like I like asking questions and not knowing the answer to it because it gives me something to think about when I don't have anything to think about. You know what I mean? Something else I always think about too, going back to the animals, is like I wonder what goes on through like a bird's brain. Like if a bird like actually thinks like how we think. Obviously not, but like, you know what I mean? I probably sound really dumb asking this question, but I don't know. I feel like cuz like in movies like people interpret it like birds like having an actual thought process like a human. And obviously I know it's not like true because I'm not like, you know, but I feel like I just wonder like what they think about, and like when they talk in their head if they're like chirping or something like that. I don't know. I think that's something I would, but I wouldn't want to know the answer to. Something else I also really think about a lot is like the future, I guess. Which I'm not trying to say like I don't like care about it, but I feel like it's more important to think about the present instead of the future, because it's like you'll get to it at some point, obviously, because no one really knows what the future is like unless you're like a time traveler or whatever. But I feel like people depend on what the future is gonna look like a little too much, and they kind of like let themselves go in the present. So when they're in the future, they already like think of it because it's already the past. So it's like they'll just like regret their choices and not living in the moment more often. Which I understand because I'll think about the future sometimes, but I feel like people just take it for granted a little too much because they'll say like, oh, I'm gonna lock in. I cannot mess around like that anymore. Or just like, I don't know, I feel like people just prioritize the future, which is a good thing, but I feel like they should just worry more about the present instead of the future. And people reminisce a little too much about the past. I know I do. I don't want to say that I'm talking for everyone because obviously I'm not everyone, I'm just me. But I don't know, I feel like from my point of view, I feel like that's what a lot of people think about, especially in this generation. Just like, I don't know. I don't really have a lot left to say because I'm running out of ideas to talk about. So I'll just leave this off with a good note, I guess. I don't know. I'll leave it here. Sorry, this is like so weird. I'm getting used to it, so don't hate me, please. So, okay guys, see you in the next video, I guess. I don't know.